Hey guys, and welcome to Petrol Ped. Now then, watching that car being unloaded off of a trailer directly from McLaren was a very surreal moment. But the pressure's on because parked outside right now is a McLaren 620R. A fully track-focused, effectively road legal GT4 race car. And in this video, I'm going to put it through its paces. But I must say, that car looks more like a Batmobile than anything else. It will take a real superhero to drive it. So I feel like, well, I think a change of clothing is in order. Bear with me, I have an idea. There you go. It might not be Batman, but Spider-Man's close enough. But I tell you what, I don't know how Superman does it. That makes you really, really dizzy. Well, now then. Now I'm all set to take that car on track. Right, off we go. Track day, and this has got to be one of the best cars to do it in. The McLaren 620R, a fully focused track day car, a road legal race car, and I'm in my Spider-Man race suit heading to Goodwood to get some track action. What a day for a track day. So excited. In fact, just over that hedge is the motor circuit, the Lavant Straight. We're running alongside the Lavant Straight, and I can unleash the beast. Here we are. Track day, track day. Oh man! Oh man! It's closed! Lockdown! Lockdown's spoiling all my fun! Hold on a minute. I do need to do some essential shopping, and let's face it, wearing this I'm about as COVID safe as possible, and I know just the place where I can get my Goodwood fix. The Goodwood Farmshop. It's only about a mile that way. And then maybe we can have some nice fun in this car on the B roads. Once we've got my essential shopping, we can go and have a play. Now, if you don't know where the farm shop is, turn left out the motor circuit, right at the roundabout, left as if you're going to the hotel, there's the hotel, closed because of lockdown. Farm butcher chef, closed, but the farm shop is open, and it's just down this road. Now this is a hidden gem of Goodwood, the farm shop. So I need to get some essential provisions, obviously, and I'm about as COVID safe as can be with these race gloves on. I don't think I even need my hand sanitizer, but you should always hand sanitize. So I need to get some eggs, I think. Oh. Goodwood beer, don't drink and drive, people. Coffee and walnut sponge. Now I reckon that's about as much as I'm going to get in the boot with that McLaren. Hello my lovely, how are you?
Hello, very good, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad. There we go, those please.
Thank you very much.
The best thing about racing gloves, you've got somewhere to put, about the only place I can put anything in this racing. Now they do also amazing estate meat, which is the one thing that I totally miss about being a pescatarian, is no longer do I get to eat the estate beef and pork, but it's really yummy, and the lamb, oh, never mind.
Okay, that's 20,000 please.
There you go. Thank you very much.
There you go.
Right then, let's get these in the car, and then we go for a drive, because after all, that's what this car's about. Now then, now we're driving. I mean, don't get me wrong, this car actually does have quite a good boot, and essential shopping in a full race suit is pretty safe. But come on people, this is a car channel and it's all about car reviews, and this car is all about driving. So let me tell you a little bit about the McLaren 620R if you don't already know. From the looks of it, I think most people will realise it's based on a McLaren 570S. The underpinnings of the car, however, are really derived from the 570S GT4 race car. This is effectively a road legal GT4 race car. It's aimed at clients who want to buy a car, go to a track day and utterly destroy everything in their path. This car is stripped out. It has very little sound deadening, as you can probably hear. I'm even wearing an auxiliary mic just to try and get the sound levels right. There's no carpet, it's just got carbon fibre. It doesn't come as standard with air conditioning or a stereo, although you can add those as a no-cost option. It's just an utterly stunning car. And I'll get it out there straight away. Really, this car is meant for track use. And therefore a review of it that can't access tracks is compromised a little bit. But sadly, because of coronavirus and so on, at the moment in the UK anyway, all of our tracks are shut. So I thought the beginning of this video was just a little bit of fun. But to get to drive one of these cars on the public highway is really very, very, very special. Now, one of my favourite supercars I've driven so far is a McLaren 620R. And this car has a lot in common with the McLaren 620R, and arguably, for the kind of road test I'm doing, a road test, not a track test, I would probably be better off in a 620R, especially a Spider, because I can have the roof down. And I'm sure I probably have more fun. But I'm in a 620R. A couple of things just to kind of give some background to what's happening today is it's a really cold day here in the UK. It's only 5 degrees at the moment. Now the 620R ships from McLaren with Pirelli Trofeo R tyres on it, which are mega track focused. Now luckily McLaren, who have kindly lent me this car for a few days, have actually put P0s on it, which are a little bit better, but they really do need warming up. And when you get in this car, there's a display that appears just to the left of the rev counter that gives you, if you like, the effective status of the temperatures in the car. And when everything's green, you're good to go, and that includes the tyres. And currently I've actually got 3 green tyres and 1 blue one. The front left isn't quite warm enough yet. In terms of looks, I don't think you can escape that gigantic rear wing. Now that thing will generate up to 185 kilos of downforce in the right conditions at the right speeds, but it just looks sensational, and the view out of both your side view and rear view mirrors is dominated by it. It's absolutely brilliant. You really feel like you're in a race car. In terms of interior comforts, well, I'm sat in the carbon fibre seats straight out of a Senna. They're a bit tricky to get into, but once you're in them, they're actually really comfortable. This car is equipped with a 6-point racing harness, but that is for track use only. So on the road, I'm just using a normal 3-point inertia reel seatbelt. Although it would be quite cool to unpack the 6-point racing harness. Just sounds absolutely epic, this car. It really does. Because there's no sound deadening, you really are in the moment with the car. You feel very connected to it. The gearbox is super slick as well. Now let me just go back to talking about tyres for a moment. I've mentioned it's on P0s, but this car, and this I find really amazing, this car is set up to be able to run slicks without any adjustment. And the idea is you could drive up to a race circuit, be met by your man with a trailer of race tyres, and literally bolt on a set of slick tyres on this car and go off and enjoy your track day. And then at the end of the day, you take the slicks off, put your Trofeo R's or your P0s back on, and drive home without any adjustment. And I'd love to do that. I really would. This car, well, you'd have to be doing lots of track days to justify this car, because if you didn't, you'd buy a 600 LT. So if you wanted something a bit special that was maybe going to hold its value and appreciate even, then that's maybe where this car sits in your garage. While we're going through a boring 30-mile-an-hour speed limit, let's just talk about power and performance. So interestingly, the GT4 race car, they actually reduced the power from the 570S road car to fit in with regulations. So it only has 420 horsepower. This one, they've gone the other way. So the 600 LT is famously 600 PS, and this is a 620R. No surprises, that's 620 PS, which is about 612 horsepower. Now that means we have some fairly staggering performance. This car will do 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds, 0 to 124 miles an hour in 8.1 seconds, and it will top out at 200 miles an hour. Now sadly, I'm not going to do any of those today because we're on the public highway, but its performance is utterly breathtaking. Sounds pretty good too. Now the exterior styling of this car is dominated for me by two things: the incredible wing on the back and that roof scoop. Now that roof scoop is an option, but you would want to option it really. One, it looks amazing, but what you end up getting, because the channels for the air is literally just above your head, and you get, can you hear that? It's and whistles and chirps from the engine just literally sat behind me. The ubiquitous, McLaren 3.8 litre V8, and what an engine it is too, and it's coupled to a magnificent gearbox. Oh dear me. But on the public road, it's a frustrating car to drive because it's got so much more. You can't tap into it at all, really. I mean, I'm sat here in my race suit and I'm feeling like a racer, and I want to go on a track day, but I can't. I've just got to drive it around some lovely B roads. Oh, the gear changes are getting cracks and pops now. It's warmed up, people, it's warmed up. These roads are horrible and full of all kinds of... It's just got so much winter rubbish on them. Honestly, I don't think I've actually hit more than about half throttle in this car since I've had it, because the roads have been either wet or greasy or it's been too cold. But what a car. Oh my goodness me. When I started YouTube, I dreamed about days like this. An amazing car on an amazing road. Beautiful sunny weather. I'm a lucky guy. But so are the people who buy one of these things. What an utterly magnificent machine. I knew that this wouldn't be a normal review of a car. This is one of the most special cars I've ever been allowed to drive. To have it on the channel is an utter privilege. And I know it's compromised in that, really, sorry, bit of empty road here. In that really you want this on a motor circuit. But that's not to say you can't enjoy this car on a public road. I'm sure many of these will only be used for track day use, and if they do come out on the public road, they're very compromised. There's better supercars. I've mentioned already I'll be better off in a 600 LT coming down this road. But the sense of theatre, the sense of occasion, the looks of this thing is really very special. And the sound, oh, that sounds magnificent. Want this day to end. I cannot thank McLaren enough for trusting me with this car, and I have felt a sense of pressure and responsibility. It's such a valuable car. The one thing we haven't talked about is how much they cost. Well, a decent spec 600 LT, I guess you're looking at, I don't know, £180,000 plus. These start at £250,000. So, you stick a few options on them, like that lovely carbon fibre roof scoop. It'd be quite expensive. So to trust me with a car like this has been a real honour and a real privilege. And I hope I can get across to you just how special this car is. For many of us, it's an utter dream, a lottery win car. In fact, it's so specialist, it's so niche, that even if you won the lottery, you probably wouldn't go out and buy one of these, because honestly, to use it every day, I think it would probably get on your wick. It's very noisy in here. The harnesses slide around and you can hear them banging and clonking, and all of that would, if this was your only supercar, would really get on your wick. But to have this in your garage, to be able to take it to Spa or to the Nürburgring or to Alton Park or Silverstone or Donington or Goodwood, any of those circuits, oh my goodness me, what a sensational thing that would be. Maybe when all of this COVID madness has cleared, I can have a chat with McLaren again and organise for a time for me to actually drive this car on track, because a 600 LT on track for me, when I drove that round Goodwood 18 months or so ago now, it utterly blew my mind. For me, it's that sweet spot of incredible performance, but within my envelope of driver ability and driver capability. I'm pretty sure this would probably push that envelope just a little bit. me just leave you with it's so slippy out there. It's just so slippy, honestly. The traction, the stability systems in the car are incredible. I don't feel like it's going to kill me, but I just know that that little bit of confidence that you could maybe get, and I think that could be a dangerous place to be. I really do. But this tarmac looks quite dry. Just drop back and give you a bit of an acceleration. Just so you can at least hear the magnificence of this 3.8 litre V8 on full chat. That's half throttle. But God, it sounds good at half throttle. Oh, bang! There you go. I think you'd hear that. You're going to hear the traction control. And that's why I'm not going to push it anymore. I've enjoyed my drive. I am going to drive the long way home though. Now I have some big thanks. I have to say a massive thank you to McLaren for letting me have the car. It's been a very special few days. And what was nice is I've had the car long enough to really spend time trying to get a really good quality film together, and also get time to really understand the car, and I appreciate that hugely. Massive thanks to Mike and to Dan for helping me film. And then lastly, I'd really like to thank Goodwood for allowing me to film in the farm shop. I got permission to film. We made sure we were COVID safe. So Zoe and Lisa in the farm shop, thank you very, very much for that. And Andrew, thank you for giving me permission as well. But for now, I'm going to head home. Hope you enjoyed that one, guys. If you have done so, please give me a thumbs up. Comments below are always welcome. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to Petrol. Plenty more content to come. And I'll see you on the next film. You take care. Drive safe.